Hey y'all, it's been a minute. I took a little break, had some things going on, but the athletic exchange is back. Today we have Blaze Childers Dash Menser with us today, and I'm excited for this one. I don't really know him, so I love doing interviews to where I can get to know somebody that I've seen play, I've seen highlights, and I've heard about him in these streets, not in a bad way. So yeah, are you ready to get started?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So go. Oh, ooh, unprofessional. Sorry. Okay, so go ahead. Introduce yourself, your name, year, the sports you play, and your position.
I'm Blaze Childres-Menser. I class of 2028. I play basketball.
Okay. So let's get started. I always like to start with how did you end up in Fort Walton? Because this whole podcast, or I call it a casual conversation, I
Yeah.
like I'm from Fort Walton, and I wanted to stay connected to my community in some kind of way. And sports
hmm
in Fort Walton just makes sense. So how did you get to Fort Walton?
I'm originally from Dayton, Ohio, and my mom hates the weather down there, and
Hmm.
she's from the South, and we vacation to Florida, so we moved down here, and we didn't. We just wanted to move to North Florida. I don't know what brought us here, but
Hmm.
I live in the bar. I just play and do literally everything in Fort Walton. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Do you remember the weather and all that, like when you were there, and do you miss it? You like the weather down here?
I miss snow, but that's about it.
Oh wow, you're the first person to. Well, no, I guess I don't really talk to a lot of people, so I don't know. But like, what do you miss about snow?
Um, you can have fun with a lot of your friends. Like I was in elementary school, so you could just have a lot of fun just like playing in it. So
Yeah, and then I bet a lot of snowing days.
yeah, run,
Yeah,
eat it, run in it, play
yeah.
basketball and outside and some stuff like that.
Okay, so I've seen your social media, so I see you play basketball. Was there any other sports you played growing up?
Football and baseball. I run track just to get more in shape for basketball.
Okay, I
Just
like that.
yeah. Baseball and basketball and football were my main three. I had to give those up because I have a dream in basketball that I really want to make happen. So if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do it by just focusing on that.
Okay. So, and I was going to ask you that when did you let those go? Like, was it sixth grade
When
year or
when I
like
moved, yeah, when I moved here,
okay?
yeah.
And so you committed to basketball, and what what drew you to the sport to like really just like lock in and want to just pursue basketball? Like, what makes you want to play basketball, or what do you like about it?
Well, originally it was just my family. They got me into it when I was like 2 years old, and I never looked back.
Hmm.
I think it's the best sport there is. It's like the perfect world, and I just like the you can work hard enough to where you can pursue your dreams. Obviously, size matters a lot,
Hmm.
but like I like the feeling of just being able to like you can really make a living off any sport, like doing something you love, and you
Yeah,
only get one life, so that's something I'm big on.
I respect that so much, and for you to have that knowledge and like have that driven spirit about yourself already, that I guess gonna succeed because that's the way to go. And I was gonna ask you, like, who were your role models like to get you playing, but you already said your family. So do you
Yeah.
have siblings, like who?
Yeah, I have some step siblings. They didn't really play sports though, but yeah, it's my mom's kind of side of the family. Her and my grandma. My grandma, she has a statue built outside of UT Martin. So,
Okay, grandma.
yeah.
Okay, grandma.
Yeah, I should have brought it on here. She has her own book. It's in my kitchen. She
You can go get it. Go get it. Go get
Okay, yeah, give me that.
it. Shout out grandma. We're just waiting on Blaze to get his grandma's book. She has a statue outside of UT Martin. That's so dope.
All right, I'm back. I couldn't find it, but when my
Oh,
mom comes,
okay. Uh-oh, you broke up a little
Um,
bit. Okay.
but yeah, she was. Do you know? So there's a woman named Pat Head Summit. She ended up teaching or coaching the Olympic women's basketball team. I think it was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And she's from Tennessee. She played at UT Martin. With my grandma, and my grandma holds the scoring record over all time. So she's the leading scorer women's all time in Tennessee during her time. And
Okay.
the good thing is she gets to keep that forever because back in the when she played, they didn't think women could like run a full court, right?
Yeah.
So they played an offensive and defensive side. And since they'll never do that again, she has that record secured.
Oh yeah. So she's secure.
Yeah, so it's forever. So
That's
so
back in the day they didn't have a 3-point line, right?
yeah, too.
Wow. So she
Hmm.
was the truth.
Oh yeah.
Have you like are there any clips like are there any highlights that y'all have or it's too old
What do you mean?
of
Of her?
of her playing? Yeah.
No, she. I don't, at least I haven't saw her, but yeah, I have the book right here. If
Okay.
you want to see it, it's called Tennessee Tradition by Marianne Childers.
Okay, grandma. Congratulations. I love that. And your mom
So
played as well?
yeah, she played Division I college basketball. We'll get into that on some of the questions that you asked. But
Okay. Excuse me.
so
Excuse me.
yeah, I come from a long line of hoopers. So
Success. Yeah, and hoopers.
yeah.
As far as like because we're gonna get into all this, but as far as like your work ethic, where did you really learn that? Like what makes you want to like get in the gym, do the extra work, all that kind of stuff? Like where do you get that from? Because a lot of I'm not saying all of the kids, but a lot of kids are lazy. A lot of kids like love to you want to play the game more than just wanted to work on their game, right? So where do you get that from?
Yeah, they want to level up their 2K player, not them.
What?
So, I don't know if I should say this now, but like I said, my mom, she was a D1 hooper, and she had scholarships coming out of I'm getting into that.
Okay.
So she had scholarships from a lot of schools, almost every SEC school, including LSU.
Mm-hmm.
So she ended up getting injured, and they ended up pulling her offer to a half offer.
Okay.
So she went to IUPUI, which is a Division I. It's not Power 5, but it's the only school kept a full ride scholarship. So my goal and what I'm working towards is just to do that for her, to get to LSU for her. And eventually be able to play professional and support her with the career basketball and doing what I love. So that's what really keeps me in the gym.
Don't make me cry on here, Blaze. Don't make me cry.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. And you want to keep the legacy going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I can tell that you're going to make that happen for sure. And shout out to Mama. Like you didn't let that stop you. And way to raise your son to be such a respectful young man. So yes, Childers family. All right, so let's talk about middle school. So when you first got to Fort Walton, you went to Bruner,
Mm-hmm.
and you already knew you were going to try out, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, so I met Coach Jay. Do you know Brittany Brown?
Yes.
So I went to one of her basketball camps in my 6th grade year, and Coach Jay was one of the coaches there.
Mm-hmm.
You did an interview with it, yeah.
Yeah.
And my mom ended up talking to some of the coaches about a good place for me to play basketball down here. And he said, "Why don't you coach at a local middle school?" And originally, Coach Jay can tell you this too. He didn't believe in me. And when he saw me as a 6th grader, he didn't even want me to try out. He was like, "Eh." He saw me so because I just looked like a little white kid, right?
Yeah.
So, but he saw me hoop there, and he got me a tryout, and we ended up going undefeated my first year at Bruner.
Okay.
Second year, undefeated except for my only middle school loss. I ended up 63-1. I think my middle school career.
Mm-hmm.
We avenged that though in the championship, where I had 28 points, leading the thing in the championship as a 7th grader.
Okay.
But, 8th grade, undefeated championship, and something that taught That taught me in middle school. Coach Jay, he's a huge. Even when I move on to high school, he's going to be a huge part of me mentally, like just helping me around. Me and him worked out this morning.
Mm-hmm.
We talked basketball mentally, where my head should be at, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And something that helped me, like I said, that seventh grade year, that loss that we lost 63 to or it was bad.
Yeah.
We lost. It might have been 40, but what that taught me is when we went into the championship, because it was kind of easy road besides from that Davidson team that we lost to.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we ended up beating them after, but they didn't have their best player because he left the team. Then the coaches let him join back for the championship. So no one believed in us. We had to play at their gym championship. We were the underdogs. Everyone thought we were going to get blown out. Even my grandma, like I thought we were going to get murdered.
Yeah.
We came out, first half finished, and it was like 24-23. We were up, and we were like, okay, we can really do this.
Mm-hmm.
So what that taught me is you can be it as the like gave us the right mindset. He's an amazing.
Wait.
I've said this
Okay.
so
So
many times.
it kind of broke up. So you said it showed you that what you could be what?
You could do anything if you just work. And
Right.
the opposite of that was this year. We went undefeated in the championship. And a lot of people, you can slack off when you are that, and everyone just thinks you're going to win. But he kept on us. I don't know why he's not coaching at the next level, but
Yeah.
he's good enough to be a head, probably Division I coach. But he kept on us to make sure we didn't slack off and ended up winning the championship. So he's been a huge part of my middle school career, and probably going forward, going to be a huge part of me.
Yes, that's so good to have that relationship and have that mentor aspect, especially coming from another man, like being a mentor and having that in your back pocket. And shout out Coach John Vines and Silent Work, for doing his thing, and it's all about impact. That's what we do it for. We do it for impact. We don't need no special accolades. We don't need no pat on the back. We do it for you guys, and so for you to have that right now and it's so early in your career. It's so great. And like you said, the mental thing, that's a kicker because you're going to go through adversity on and off the court. So having him there, that's so good. And I was going to say, because I know he showed a clip, I don't know what year it was for you, but
Wait,
y'all were, okay, go ahead.
so you said on and off the court,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go on a huge rant about him like I did, but he's like I said, he's an amazing coach. Off the court too, he's been a huge help, and he always listens to you. He's just a great person on and off the court. I just want to say that. So
That's good. That's good. Okay, John, I see you, John. But he showed a clip of y'all. I guess he had y'all meditating or seeing it.
He did that. He did that seventh grade year too. If you look back.
Okay, so when y'all do these exercises, it might feel goofy or whatever, but at the end of the day, there's results that come behind it. So do you like meditate on a regular basis from that, or like what did that show you?
I've never been a meditator because it's kind of I'm not a huge. It goes kind of against my beliefs as a Christian. That the universe will listen to you. I believe God controls all things.
Okay.
So
okay now.
I talk to him. Yeah, so I think he controls all. Meditating, I don't think helps the slightest bit. Obviously, putting that in your mind that you will win helps, but meditating on it and trusting in that the universe or whatever you call it, right, would do that because you said it out loud. I don't believe in that. I believe God does all things. So.
Okay, so when you say that though, I think that meditation and prayer, like they're you can say it's the same, like it's not one and the same, but it's like the prayer is a type of like meditation. And that's how I view it. Like I'm not praying, like you said, to like false gods and all that kind of stuff, but praying and meditating, getting spiritual in the word or whatever, or aligning yourself with God. Like that's how I feel. So that's why I was kind of coming from. Yeah. So you're coming off, your championship? You went 63-1, you said, for middle school?
I'm either 53-1 and 63-1. And we won the
Okay.
JV championship in 6th grade. The 6th grade team did so.
So y'all won every year.
Yeah, and the thing is, we have the same starting 5 every single year, and we're all going into high school too.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So middle school is over. It's time to flip the page. We're going to high school now. So, well, let's talk about travel ball first. Actually, let's talk about
Okay.
travel ball. So, do you play with travel ball?
Yes, ma'am.
And who do you play for?
Florida Dream, Coach Bell.
Okay, Coach Bell. And how long have you been playing with him?
Since I moved down here.
Okay, so same time of starting
Yeah.
middle school. What do you think travel ball, like, what benefits do you feel like that gives you?
Definitely experience, because even Coach J, he views it as like you could be getting in the gym and getting better rather than playing a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
Bell knows he has a lot of people that he knows. He
Mm-hmm.
calls coach D1 Power 5 coaches on the daily, so he has connections. He gets us in some of the best tournaments. So I see it as I can get exposure, experience, and get better from
Mm-hmm.
practice and in games. So
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think you need both. I think you need skill work and you need to play. Because
yeah,
how do you know what you can do with your skills unless you like get runs in?
yeah.
You have to have both. Did you ever go like watch the high schools play while you were in middle school?
I did. Main one was that Fort Walton Choctaw game last year. My first impression of them was great. I love Carswell and all of them. My first impression was great of them. So, and
So
also
Blaze is going to.
Fort Walton, yeah.
He's gonna be a Viking. I was a Viking.
My mom was a Viking in high school too. So,
Oh, really? Oh, that's dope.
so I'm just carrying it on.
So that's the next chapter for you. What are you excited for? Because each level it kind of rises, like
Oh yeah.
competition, physicality, all of that. So what are you excited for going into high school?
Like I said, basketball for me is like I get excitement from being challenged. Like going into high school, it's like, oh, if I could start, like, how many freshmen, besides from Coach J, freshmen, I don't know many that aren't like 6'5", 6'6".
Right.
Huge. I'm 6'1", 6'2" as a freshman, but which isn't huge, but it's not small, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this of even on varsity is rare.
Yeah.
But starting on varsity, that's my goal. And if that doesn't happen, you can always work your way up and get pulled up mid-season. So that's what I'm going to try to do. But like I said, the just competitive aspect, like the fact that there's something on the line I can work for, it's like, oh, if I catch myself doing nothing, like I'm just on my phone, like go work out. You need to be a freshman on varsity, starting on varsity. Like
You're different. You're different. Can you kind of move are you on the computer?
no, I'm on my
Your
mom's
phone?
iPad.
Oh, okay. Can you turn it can you turn your whole body? Because the window's kind of like hitting you from the back. So can you turn your chair a little bit? Like to where no.
I think this is the best. This is the best. I can scoot up.
Okay, yeah, do that. You can get up, yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Well, actually, almost got a cramp. Okay, that's the best I can do.
Okay, that's cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going over there with some fellow teammates that you played with that so it won't be hard for you to be accepted and in all that. So, um, do they all know? Have you been like summer workouts and stuff?
Yeah, summer workout started last Wednesday.
You have to do what's best for yourself, and if that's the best for
Yeah,
you and your family, everybody has to be understandable. No hard feelings. Yeah. So, can you hear me?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so, um, would you say you're a leader by example or vocally or both?
Um, I went over this both because I've always played up. Like in Ohio, I went to played for the best AAU program right now, All Ohio. but I played up, and I've always been like younger, and I've always been playing
Hmm.
up. Like for Florida Dream, I've always been playing up 2 age groups for the past 3 years. And back in Ohio, I was a second grader playing on a fifth grade team.
Okay.
Yeah. So to be that, like a second grader playing on a fifth grade team, or something like a young player playing on a fifth grade team, can you hear me?
Yeah, it keeps going out a little bit, but you're good.
Yeah, you cut out.
Okay.
Like I said, to be that young playing on an older team, it's not just skill.
Right.
It's not size, you're undersized. It's not just skill. You have to have something about yourself to where you're like different. That's where I really got this like
Mhm.
mindset mentality to be a leader, because you're not gonna, like, off pure skill. Every young player, like freshmen, I walked into workouts, all the freshmen is in the back of the line, scared, like shivered away. Nah, I want in the front. Like I want, yeah.
You want
So
that. You want that smoke.
yeah, you to be a leader, mentally, even, vocally, physically, you have to have that if you want to be a freshman on varsity, starting on varsity as a freshman, younger, being on an older team. So that's where I kind of developed that.
Yeah. I dig that. And you playing up, hopefully there are good leaders that, you could have learned from and pick up, what works and what doesn't work. Because being a leader doesn't mean like you're out there yelling at your teammates and then you
Yeah,
got to be you're not being accountable for what you
yeah,
got going on,
yeah.
you
Kobe, who's
know?
my yeah, Kobe, who's my best player of all time. He didn't lead by. He was a quiet guy, but the teammates just followed him because he was like hard on them. It wasn't because he was nice. There's no nice leaders.
Mm-mm.
And players in the league, if you listen to their podcast, you'll know that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you just gotta lead by actions, words, but not like I said about Kobe. He wasn't this guy always yelling at his teammates. He was like, just follow me. Probably a little
Right.
bit more profanity, but yeah.
Definitely, definitely. But you can't do nothing but respect that because he's proven it with like you said, with his
Oh
actions.
yeah. His
And
my favorite one of my favorite quotes.
yeah,
It wasn't even a quote, but it was in like something he said. Why would I? He was known as a ball hog, but he's like, why would I pass to you if you don't work as hard as me? And I totally feel that.
period.
I've
Period.
been on teams like that, and more than not even teams. I've been in like camps like that. I'm like, why would I give you the ball if you don't? You're on the game. I'm hooping. Like I don't.
I'm on the court, like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do exactly. Um, so one thing that I will tell you, like, because just leadership is important to me, and I've always been in that limelight. But um, you have to be able to, like I said, be accountable and say like, oh, that's my fault too, because you're not perfect. So just don't forget that as you continue to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how big is family to you? I mean, I can already hear it. Like I know it's big, so big to you, but
Yeah,
yeah.
they. It's number two. God's number one. Family's number two. Basketball's number three.
Hmm.
Always a number one priority though. So
Yeah.
I always choose family over friends, no matter what. They brought me where I'm at, so I won't forget them no matter what happens. It's huge to me.
And it's just, I mean, obviously that's who you're doing it for. It seems like you're sacrificing and doing all this work for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. We'll do this one, then we'll jump into a game. So because we've been talking about God and religion and all, how important is your faith to you? Like I can already tell,
Number
but
one.
elaborate on it. Yeah.
Number one. That's it. I mean,
And your relationship comes from like who introduced you and all that kind of stuff.
um, well, I come from a God fearing family, so I guess that kind of helps. But
Mhm.
it's not like it's always been the sunshine and rainbows to believe in Him, you know. But
Yeah.
He wouldn't be anywhere without Him. So
Yeah. Definitely. Um, so important. Everything that we have, everything that we do, It's because of him. Life, breath, like the things that we don't even thank him for that we use every day. It's like we gotta be so grateful, so grateful.
Mhm.
And life is short too, so that's why when you talk, I can hear that like you're you're taking
I realize
advantage of
that.
life.
Yeah, that's why everyone. I don't want to seem like I'm Kobe or nothing, but like everyone's like, have a plan B. I have one life. I'm gonna get what I want.
I heard that.
Yeah,
Okay, mic drop on that one.
I'm
And
gonna work as hard as possible just to play professionally. Whether if God's plan for me isn't the NBA, then it's the Euro League. But if
you're going
it's
to
not
continue.
if it's not basketball, God's gonna have to work really hard to tell me that. Though.
Because you're
Yeah,
doing your part. You're doing your
yeah,
part.
yeah.
Yes. Favorite scripture.
Matthew 19:26. With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. But my favorite story though is different.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so when David killed Goliath, it's not like a normal David killed Goliath story, right? Everyone
Okay.
knows that. It's what happened after. David chopped off his head and ran. So everyone thinks like since you're a Christian guy, you're supposed to be like, oh, or a Christian woman, right? It's always just nice, nice, never take what's yours, always let people have it.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jesus wasn't even like that.
No.
And my mom's favorite thing is when he flipped over the tables, he's like, Jesus had a
Exactly.
little bit of that in him, yeah.
He was
So,
mad. He got
yeah,
mad.
yeah. So whenever she's mad, she uses that as an excuse. I don't know how much that translates to someone else, but so from when David killed Goliath, he chopped off his head and started running with it and showed it to all of the guys who were Goliath's guys where he was from, and he's like, "This is your leader. Look at him now, right?" Obviously, I'm not killing people, but basketball wise, it's like, yeah, David was a godly man. I gotta have a little. I have a little bit of that, like.
Yeah.
Obviously off the court, humble, but you gotta have to make it. You gotta have a little bit of that, like,
That
yeah,
stank about you, like that chip on your shoulder, like, yeah,
there's got to be something different.
like I'm that guy.
Yeah,
You
there's
have
got
to
to
have a
be
little
something.
bit. I mean, it's a fine line between cocky and all that kind of and
Yeah,
confidence.
you and Coach Jay talked about
We
it.
did talk about it.
Yeah.
But yes, you definitely have to. You have to be that. You have to be that. So, and I'm excited to see it. I want to see it more because I feel like.
Yeah.
Do you think did you showed it like when you played at Bruner? Like, do you feel like you showed it, or is it in you? Like, you ready for the next thing?
Yeah. There's been games where I've took a matchup very serious.
Yeah.
To a point where Coach Jay had to like his favorite thing to say to me is protecting me from me.
Ooh, okay.
I get why. I can sometimes. It's not hard on myself. I can be too confident in myself. He says.
Oh. So you're a little cocky, Blaze. You're a little cocky.
Yeah, something like that. Off the court though, even on the court, I'm godly. I try my best to. If you don't talk, well, no, I'll talk if you don't talk. It's all love off the court.
Oh, you're funny. No, you tried to slide that in real quick. Like, if you don't talk, I'm not gonna say nothing. But nah, I'm still gonna. I might start it. That is hilarious. All right, so we're gonna jump into a little game called This or That. Okay, and so I'm gonna say one thing or that. You can say this or that, like whichever one pertains to you. All right, so breakfast or dinner, or you can say both.
Dinner.
Okay, bone-in wings or traditional wings?
Oh, traditional.
And what's your favorite flavor?
Hot honey.
From where?
From Wingstop.
Okay.
I don't order wings from Wingstop. I get the tenders though, like a 10-piece hot honey tender. I already got it.
Ranch or blue cheese? What do you dip it in? Ranch or blue cheese?
Oh, Wingstop ranch is A1.
It is. So I only had it twice, and I was like, the first time I got it, it wasn't that good, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it again. But that ranch,
Give me a sec.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Mom, we need some mustard, pickle juice, something.
ooh, hamstring one too.
Uh-oh.
I could feel it creeping in today. So, oof.
You was
Yeah,
putting in the work?
yeah. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Coach Jay worked me way too hard.
Oh, I think they're watching too. Coach Jay, he hurting.
I told him I wanted to work on defense, and my legs are dead. Uh,
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
We have a brief interruption, guys.
Yeah.
Blaze is
Ooh.
cramping up. He worked too hard this morning.
Here we go. We're good.
Okay. Ice cream in a cone or cup?
Cone.
All right. What's your favorite flavor?
I'll eat anything. I haven't really had it in a while, but
Okay.
just I'll see what they got.
All right. Lasagna or spaghetti?
Spaghetti.
Beach or pool?
Huh?
Beach or a pool?
Beach.
When you're at the movies, you like popcorn or candy from the
Candy.
concession stand? Candy? You're a candy boy?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I like the a lot of people don't like them. It's a hot take, but Twizzlers.
Oh wow, old
Yeah.
school.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, on the court, offense or defense. Uh-oh.
Give me
You
one
hurt.
second.
Okay, cramping again. Sorry, guys.
Let me grab my magnesium. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, keep going.
Okay. On the court, offense or defense? Like which one you like? Let's be honest.
Offense, and I think everyone knows that, but I really want to start taking pride in like strapping someone up.
Man, it ain't no better feeling.
Yeah,
It ain't no better feeling.
I was trying to tell them that today.
Yeah. Okay. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
You like them? Are you a morning person or night person?
Nothing's better than getting shots up at night.
Okay. You like to watch NBA or college better?
My mom hates the NBA, and she'll never allow, like, she tries to get me to watch college all the time, but I'm an NBA guy.
Really?
Yeah. I try to watch LSU every time they're on, but dude, they suck. They're horrible.
Until you're gonna change it. You're gonna change it.
I'm not changing nothing, but they've been horrible the past couple years. Ever since Ben Simmons left, they've been terrible.
And that's been a while.
Yeah, it's been like
a while.
a couple years, like 7 years or something.
All right, last one. French fries or onion rings?
Onion rings.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have a favorite place? Like, who got the most fire onion rings? You just like onion rings?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that was a little bit about Blaze. We know a little bit more about him. Wingstop Ranch is good, y'all. All right. What's your favorite quote or saying that you like that sticks to you to this day?
This is from a boxer, but I kind of take it into my life. You can use it for anything. You just have to like kind of switch it around a little bit.
Okay.
Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face.
Okay.
You got, for basketball, that can mean you meet someone better than you and you have a horrible game or an injury or something. Who are you after that happens?
Right. Okay. So do you have an answer to that, or you haven't? Have you been like faced with that? Like,
yeah, a couple times, but I've learned. I'm mature enough now to say that I didn't react right in those moments.
Okay.
But nah, there's been one this past year that I feel like I'm starting to get it, but that's yeah.
I think it takes time and it takes the situation at hand, because it's going to be different every time, but adversity is going to happen. But that's good. You sound so like you're growing so much already, and you're only what? How old are you?
Turn 15
14. August what?
8th.
August 8th. Okay. All right. So we've been talking about basketball a lot. Let's talk about in those books. Like, how big are I'm sure your mama don't play. I could tell by like your mama doesn't play from how you
No.
talk about her already. Like grades. Yeah. Let's talk about school. Like, how are you in the classroom?
So she has her grading book, and then there's the school's grading book.
Well, okay.
So supposedly when she was in school, there's an A was a 100 to a 96.
Ooh.
Was an A plus was a 100 to a 97. A was a 97 to 94. A minus was a 94, 92, and then you get a B if you get a 91.
Okay.
She holds me to that. So.
Oh, okay, mama. Mama is no joke, and I love that. I love that because she just wants you to strive for excellence, and that's all we got.
Yeah, as a freshman this past year, we picked my classes for Fort Walton, honored the highest class in literally everything as a freshman, except for AP history, I think, which I'm not built for.
Oh, no, is that you?
Or you just got to read about like these old people in like the 1600s. I'm not trying to do all that.
Oh God! But so, are you like all A honor roll?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Me and Coach Jay talked about this today, but a lot of kids nowadays like getting A's or good grades isn't like people see it as like not cool or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to get to where I'm trying to go, you gotta. Who cares about being cool? You gotta just work.
Exactly. It's okay to be smart. Like, if that makes you different, I'll be different all day. And that's why we tell these little girls, like, no guy wants to date a dumb little girl. Like, you gotta be cute and be smart too. Like, come on. And
Yeah,
I hold that same standard to the men too.
That's what my name's from. Trailblazer. I make my own trail. Make my own way.
Okay, now Blaze, Trailblazer. Okay, I get it.
That's why she named me that.
Okay.
She said she would rather die than name me like a generic name.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I need to meet your mom. Tell mom to come say hey.
I'll have her on here at the end.
Okay. I want to see her. Yeah. So how do you balance? Like, it just sounds like you're so busy. So how do you make time to balance it all out? Like
car rides. I do it in the car rides. Just
yeah.
Homework, anything. Just finish it once at the quickest I can, so I can have time to hoop after. So it's just gone. I don't gotta worry about it. And obviously, it's easier said than done because you always have those times where it's like, I'm not trying to do this, but you just gotta hold yourself to that standard.
Right. And you said like sleep is very important to you, so you're napping all the time, like.
Oh, I don't take naps. I have to sleep. So naps, I don't want to get into my research on this. Naps are actually one of the worst things you can do like during the day. Unless you've like done a lot of work. But you only want to have one time to sleep per day and be sleeping 8 to 10 hours a day. Okay.
Well, that's good. This boy, he knows his stuff, y'all. So have you? Okay, So you talk mess, like you already said, you be talking mess on the court and stuff like that, and of course you have the fans that are saying stuff to you and all this comments and stuff. How do you handle that? How do you keep the noise out, or can you hear it all? Like what? How do you handle it?
Like I said, if you want to get to where I'm going, it's gone. Who cares?
Yeah. So you don't hear nothing.
The reason I don't is because I did way too much at one point.
Okay. Like you were allowed it to feed into you, or like, yeah, penetrate your spirit. Yeah. It's hard not to though, because I mean, there's some ruthless parents out there. There's some ruthless people out there, and
there's a couple subjects that I've had some people talk about that have got me heated in game. Aside from that, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But once you cross those lines, it's oof.
It's on and popping.
Oh yeah.
Not Blaze coming out.
But for me, I kind of live for one of the reasons I wanted to go to Fort Walton is because I want to be involved in like a rivalry, like that Fort Walton Choctaw thing. Like I love that atmosphere. Like just
Yeah.
in that, I love that. Like to even like at Choctaw, not at Fort Walton. Like I don't care about a home crowd. I want to go away and just oh,
Do
like
your
I
thing.
want to get booed. Yeah, that's my thing. I just want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been so many things that like I remember one year they were playing and the whole student crowd like turned their back and like had newspapers like reading them. It was I mean it's really it's a really good dynamic like
that's what. Like I said in basketball, I just it brings me excitement. Like that's what
yeah.
about it. Like I
And
want
it's
to play something like that.
yeah, and it's so great for the city like Fort Walton's not huge so to have that
Yeah,
rivalry, healthy rivalry is really good.
yeah.
Okay, so it's game day, right? So like what is your prep or your routine? Like what do you do?
I make sure I get really good sleep. I try to. You see me drinking it right now. I drink like 2 of these Fairlife chocolate milk things a day. Just the sugar's low. It's amazing. The calcium and protein in it's really high.
Mhm.
And drink a lot of water. Take all my vitamins. My mom's a what's it called? I don't know the name for it, but she's a doctor and specializes in peptides. She'll give me some of those before a game.
Mhm.
Make sure my body's all rested up. If I have like an injury, I'll put a heating pad on it before the game. Maybe take like a leave or something, and then I'm
Mhm.
ready to go.
Yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
get in my mode, listen to some music or
that's
something
what I'm
like
about to say. You want to listen to music? Like, okay.
there's sometimes I'll like so there's 3 different things I'll do before a game. One, I'll listen to music. And that's just if it's like a normal game I'm going in, I'm trying to kill like normal.
Mhm.
And then there's where I'm just like in a fun like kind of mood. Normally when it's not a great team, that's something I have to get out of my mind. It's
Yes.
like that's something I kind of struggle with. I can admit that to myself. But like I watch like Kyrie highlights before a game. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do that one, like something like that. Yeah. And
Okay.
then there's number 3. I don't listen to anything, and that's when it's personal. Like I just that's championship games. That's I need to get my mind in the right space.
Okay. It's about to be go time.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So, are you into lifting and watching film and all that? Like where are you at with that?
Yeah. Watching film, yes. Lifting, no. Like I said, I don't. I'm not gonna lift till I'm probably a junior in high school, where I don't have much growing left, because
Mhm.
there's not a much. There's scientific arguments for both that lifting stunts growth and that it doesn't, and I'm not gonna
Mhm.
take a chance on that. When I can do plyometrics, like which is like no weight stuff
Mhm.
to get bounce up, speed up, all that. So I don't really see a need for it until I'm really kind of finishing up growing to really like get that strength in. But also my genetics are insane for strength wise.
Mhm.
So
So have you seen like growth spurts since like of course I know since 6th grade. Like I feel like even just watching your clips I can see that you have grown like
this past year, I think I was 5'9" as a 7th grader when I graduated. 5'9", 5'10". I'm 6'1" now, I'd say.
mhm.
I've grown like 3, maybe 4 inches.
Okay. So you said you're a guard or you're inside? Cuz
I've been working a lot on my guard stuff because I went to a on the topic of AAU stuff. Like I said, Coach Bell has a lot of connections. I'm even wearing the shirt right now. I didn't even realize it. So Hoop Exchange, he got me into this camp.
mhm.
Dude, I can't. I walked in there and I saw this 7'2" guy, the tallest dude I've ever seen in my life. So this is like a camp, like ranked hoopers. Like this is real deal.
Yeah.
Freshmen and sophomores, by the way.
Okay.
15, 16-year-olds, some 17s. I don't know if you know who it is. Do you know Marcus Ponder?
I think so. Yeah.
He plays at OTE.
Okay.
7 foot, built like Shaq. like biggest dude I've ever seen in my life. I walked in there. He's the first person I see. Then I see 7'2" dude, and that opened my eyes to like, oh, I'm gonna have to work so hard if I want to get this dream. And on the guard forward thing, I'm gonna be like, well, this is how it really is. Oh, I'm a guard. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So I've been trying to work on my point guard skills a lot.
How do you well, that's a good eye opener. Because 6'1", definitely guard in college, definitely guard.
Oh yeah.
But you want to have both aspects, even if you play inside for high school.
My whole elementary school career, I played center. So
that's so funny.
My mom would work with me on post moves and stuff. She was a 5'8" center in college. She jumped center, so she was she had like 20 rebounds a game in high school at like 5'8", always the smallest, but she was.
But she positioned herself in like.
Her thing is never the what is it? The fight and the dog and the fight thing.
Yeah. So what did you play at Bruner? You were inside. Because of like height advantage.
He kind of played us positionless, and he tried to get the best matchup that we could get, like a mismatch or something like that. So we had a play where we could find that, and it just handed off. And a lot of times that was me. A lot of times it was another kid. But I was on the perimeter, and then if I had someone small, I'd go and post up, and I got a lot of points off that. But I really feel confident about taking anybody.
Well, how about that shot? We're developing it. Okay. Because I mean, that's important. Like, once that, because if you're watching film and we see Blaze, and we see all he wants to do is drive, then all we gotta do is stop the drive. Then so
that's the thing. Every time I walk in a gym, everyone thinks I'm like a white boy shooter.
Like,
I'm just like a corner guy. I'm like, oh God, I gotta show him.
Well, that's good that you see that. That might be a weakness of yours. That
is something I gotta get up.
Yeah, that's good.
Every day trying to work on that though. So
yeah, good. But okay, so I did see that y'all had a film session at Brittany Brown's camp. Shout out to Brittany Brown and the things that she's doing. So how was that?
I wasn't there that day because I had summer camp, so I couldn't go.
Okay. So do you watch film on your own though, or do you like?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of hard for me. I love the game so much to where it's like if I'm watching it, it's so hard for me to not get in. So when I watch film, most of the time, it's games close. Like I'll pull up a random finals game from like 2000, just a random year, random teams, 2001 finals. I don't know who was in it, none of that. I'll search it up, and I'll like have my mom take the remote and not tell me who won. Show like full games on YouTube. She'll put it on with like 7 minutes left, and I'll like watch it. I just want to see like I just like the competitive aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like
that's kind of dope. I like that.
So it's hard, like you said, watching film and like kind of learning. It's hard for me to do that when I do learn, but I just like watching basketball, like seeing, and that's something I like about Carswell and going over there to Fort Walton and the coaches over there. He loves basketball, and that's what I coach by.
Okay. So what are your hobbies outside of sports? Or playing basketball, like
really hooping. That's
it. So you don't watch TV, you don't game, you don't do none of that.
Dude, I'll watch like some YouTube videos on some other stuff like sometimes, but yeah, I'm like I said, where I'm trying to go, no one's going with me, so I gotta be different and
tunnel vision.
It's not like I'm trying to. It's not like it's like I don't like it. Like I gotta. If I don't, so I'm blessed to have this, but I saved up my money, I didn't, but we have a sauna, right? An infrared sauna at my grandma's house that I get to use, and that's a huge
Uh-oh. Lost you.
would never have an injury or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'll just hoop, ball handling workouts. And like I said, if I'm trying to get in the NBA, I don't have insane height genetics, and I don't even have like great height genetics or size genetics or nothing. So I got to work twice as hard.
So grandma got the sauna. I love a sauna.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice tool to have for sure.
Yeah.
So you're just not doing kid things out like going to the movies. I mean, you be on social media. Like, what's your favorite social media? IG, Snap.
I don't use Snap. Probably like TikTok, but whole probably TikTok, but my whole For You page is basketball. So it is not anything I have, but
yeah. So this, I mean, I respect it. I love basketball too. Like I'm always watching it.
So when I do hang out with friends, most of the time it's friends with like the same goals as me.
Yeah.
But I have one who's a football player. He goes to Lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
And, me and him will work out sometimes, and like since we're two different sports, we'll try to find workouts that correlate to both of our sports.
Yeah.
Like speed, agility, and stuff. It's hard because he's an offensive lineman, but yeah, you never know. So I get like strength workouts with him. So when I do hang out with my friends, I try to make it. I'll get food sometimes with friends.
Yeah,
that's about like. The time I'm just trying to better myself.
I mean, I that's good. Surround yourself with great people, like you said, with common goals that you don't get distracted from and they don't lead you astray. You have a goal, tunnel vision, and like stay focused. Like that's I have nothing bad to say about that because some people are not for you. They act like you are, and you'll learn this, but hopefully it doesn't happen to you. So what would your teacher say about you as a student in their class? Like, what would they say that Blaze is the most amazing peer, like student we've had?
Yeah, I've never heard one say, oh, student, like grades wise?
Yeah.
No, I don't get in like fights or nothing like that. But like, I'll talk in class. I'm not tardy or like I'm not like I don't like fights, none of that. Like nothing crazy. Like I'll talk. Like I'll be. Listen. Yeah.
When they say Blaze, stop talking.
Yeah, that's.
But you seem so outgoing, so it's good to have that personality.
Yeah.
Okay, what would your coaches say about you as a player?
You said he was in here.
I think he's watching. Yes. Say the truth. Tell the truth.
I would hope that he would say I'm the hardest working kid he has.
Oh, that's good.
I'm really hard.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Wait, you said what? Say it again.
I ask a lot of questions.
Okay.
Like a lot. I would hope they would say I'm the hardest worker they've coached. That's my goal. Mm-hmm. My goal for any coach is to be the best player they've coached. But
okay.
Yeah. I don't. Him being in here changes a lot.
I mean, regardless, even if he watches the playback, it's still gonna be like, now Blaze, like, so you on here fronting, like you on here capping.
Next time I see him, he's definitely he's probably gonna go over the coach involved stuff. So I'll just say, if I was him, I'd say I'm the hardest worker he's coached. I give him problems a lot. Not like off the court problems or nothing like that. It's interesting, but the hardest worker he's coached.
Are you goofy? Are you like a distraction? Like, do you pay attention? Wait, he's breaking up.
Yeah, it just cut out a little bit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, not goofy. I'm locked in. There's sometimes I can zone out. He knows that. But
Yeah.
it's nothing about like a not interested thing.
Right.
It'll be like when it'll be like when we're scrimmaging, someone sets like a wrong screen or does something wrong, and he'll just not saying Coach J, I'm saying like AAU anything.
Yeah.
He'll just start talking for a while and go on to subject, and I'll just zone out. So
Okay.
I'm there to hoop, not.
Oh, okay. You don't want the lectures and hearing what you need to
Oh no,
hear.
I love getting better,
Yeah.
but
You love getting better. What? We're almost done. I don't know why it keeps cutting out.
yeah, it just got cut out. What's it called? Yeah, I love getting better, getting coached like that. That's one of the reasons I went to Fort Walton. I think Carswell is a great coach,
Yeah.
and like a coach's time. He gets on. Coach J got on to me about that a lot. We had to run a lot because of me for zoning out and not remembering says because I was just trying to hoop.
Oh Lord. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, we would have been. Oh, yeah. Okay. you. Well, I don't. Well, hopefully there's some good leaders on Fort Walton team this year. Hopefully. Okay.
Well,
Your favorite play. Go ahead.
like I said, coming in as a freshman, and if you have that goal that I have in mind, starting on bar. That sets you apart from all the other freshmen if it's not just physical, like mentally. You have to be a leader.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do what I'm trying to do. So,
Right.
I'm trying to do that stuff.
Okay. I hear you. I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching. Okay, favorite player and your favorite team and why?
College LSU, but they've been horrible, so I don't even watch them anymore. They need to get some. Hopefully, I'll be.
Oh, I hate it. It
That
keeps going out.
NBA, my favorite. Yeah, keeps going out. NBA wise, probably the Bucks are my favorite team. Well, or the Cavs because I'm a Ohio son, but Cavs. I love Donovan Mitchell. He's brought us so much, but he sells in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Timberwolves. I loved watching the Timberwolves this past season. I love Ant.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he's not the biggest. He's not the strongest, the fastest. He probably can jump the highest, but like he got like a certain demeanor that he's got that Kobe, Bron, MJ like type of something about himself that I like.
Mm-hmm.
And play style wise, I try to kind of base what I can off of him.
Like you try to emulate that and like in
Yeah.
some kind of yeah. No, he was very exciting, and I talked to some of the guys at my job about him, and they said like they feel like he's going to be the face of the NBA like super soon. He's so bouncy, like he's the bank shots and everything. I'm like okay,
Yeah.
and then he'll be cold one half, and then he comes out and like murders. But that's
yeah. Luka, dude, Luka tore him apart though.
Luka is Luka. I mean, hey, you gotta respect it, 1000%.
I think. Yeah, you keep cutting out, but I was gonna say I think Luka's the best player in the league right now.
I can get that.
If I could pick anyone, it'd be him and probably Jokic. But
yeah,
them foreign players is tough.
right. And they're bringing some great competition to the league. Yeah. So as far as the next, so high school's next, but LSU is the goal as far as college.
As far as college, yeah.
Yeah, LSU. All right, y'all hear it. Y'all hear it here. So we're praying for you for that. All right, we'll end with you might, you started to gain fans and all that kind of stuff, and people looking up to you, and you want to be remembered as, one of the greatest players. So what advice do you have for some of the kids that are younger than you that want to be in the place that you're getting to and where you're at and where you want to get to?
You just cut out like really bad. I didn't get to hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just say it again.
So, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, a lot like you're gaining fans and people looking like the kids looking up to you. Like, what is some of the advice that you would give them to like get to where you are and like have the mindset and like the focus to get to where they want to go?
Well, I have something to like where I can like we talked about. My mom didn't make it there, so I'm trying to do that for her. You have like there's everyone great. Like if you hear like everyone in the NBA, it's like this happened. I didn't have a dad, or this happened with my mom or sister or something. Like they all they can use thing that can make you push harder and just do it for that.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be probably the best advice I could give. That's what I try to do.
Right. Like you all have your own story, but like through anything, like you can make it your story what it is. And that's the goal. Anything else you want to say before we get off?
My coaches are seeing this. Thank you guys. But that's probably it. Oh, my mom.
Oh yeah, get your mom.
Yeah, come in here. Yeah, hold on. Oh, my leg. Ah. Yeah, this hurts. Yeah, let me grab her real quick.
Okay. Blaze is getting his mom.
Yeah, she's right here.
Okay.
Mom.
Okay, I mean, I will say hi, but I don't put me on TV.
Hi, Miss Childres. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing so good. I'm so excited to meet you. Like I don't even know Blaze, but like just hearing him talk about you, I'm like, oh, his mom is no joke. His mom is no joke.
I can't. Okay, well then that's good to hear because yeah, he probably did say that. He was probably talking about how mean I am to him at home.
Oh no. You're raising him like super right. He's super respectful. Even before coming on live, he just kept saying yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. I was like, you don't have to call me ma'am. You don't have to call me ma'am. He's like, my mom's gonna get on to me if I don't say it. So I'm like, okay.
That would be true.
And then he told me your grade scale. I'm like, okay, mom.
Oh.
But no, I just wanted to meet you and say like you're raising up a respectful young man that is going to succeed. And it was so nice meeting him, and I'm excited to watch him grow as a player on and off the court.
Well, thank you so much. That means a lot to me, really.
Yes.
That.
Yes, ma'am. I wish y'all nothing but greatness.
This has been like deciding this kind of last minute with the change and everything. And he just said, hey, Mom, I'm going to do this interview. I was like, okay, well, who with? He goes, oh, yeah, you'll like her. She did one with JB. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. And I'm thinking I'm going to hear something about, and I kept going, I thought you said you were doing some interview. And I've been running Fort Walton up to the gym and here and there. And I'm like, I have to get back and do this. And my husband's only home, 2 days? I'm like, I have to see my husband at some point. But we're not off at a basketball tournament. And I was like, oh, whatever happened to this interview thing? He goes, oh, yeah, I'm doing it today at 6. I'm like, and then he's like, yeah, they sent some questions. Well, he goes, I already know what I'm going to say. Like, go over that with you? And he's like, oh, no, we got to do it now. I'm like, what? So that's wonderful to hear. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. I'm a fan of Blaze.
All right. Hey. I love that.
And he is he's a true trailblazer.
All right. Hey, you know what? That was part of the reason he got that name.
That's what he said.
Did you tell her that? Oh,
yep. And he broke the news that he's going to Fort Walton.
Yeah.
He did.
That's it. That's where we're. So I'm eager to see. I'm nervous. Obviously, I'm nervous about this whole. I can't even believe I'm saying his name with the word high school.
I know. Right.
forever, all last year, everybody goes, "Where's he going to go? Where's he go?" I'm like, "We're having a perfect season, one game at a time,
Yeah.
and winning a championship. Then we'll discuss." And then after that, it was like, "Oh, you missed this, you missed it," and because I was just so focused on each little step, and
Yeah.
so that just kind of happened. So I'm excited. Thank you so much for telling me that. And
Yes.
hopefully
And
it's
just from hearing him say, like, talk, I just know that he's doing it for, you and your mother, and the things that y'all have impacted him on, and like y'all are teaching him, he's using it, and he's so, like I said, I don't know him, but he's just so driven and he's focused on his goal, and I just wish him nothing but success.
Well, you're so sweet. Thank you. What little bit he did show of me, I'm like, what? Who? I got to find out about her. That was kind of. I'm like, what did she do? So
Yeah.
This is the first I heard. So I hope that I get a chance to meet you soon. And
Yes, ma'am.
if you see
Definitely.
me, please come and be like, "Hey, it's me," because I feel like I'm meeting so many new names. We just made our final decision. So thank you so much. I
Yes,
appreciate
ma'am. Thank you. And that is it for the athletic exchange. We have Blaze on here. Where'd he go? Say bye, Blaze. Thank you so much for your time today. And I always end with love your neighbor as yourself. So that means don't forget to love you. So y'all have a good one.
I like that. You too. Thank
All
you.
right. Nice meeting you
Looking
guys.
forward to meeting you in
All
person.
right. Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
All right.